Insufficient data. I'd like to carry out a detailed analysis.
Do you mind? There's a lot of sensitive equipment in here.
Sorry. So, what's going on?
Some old biddy's giving Luke an alien gizmo.
She said the nun wasn't a ghost, and now it's looking for the talisman.
Well, I better go back and talk to Mrs. Nelson Stanley. Do you want to come with me? You two stay here.
But she gave it to me.
And I brought you in on this. It's like my case.
No arguments. You all right?
Mum's back.
It isn't like Mama Maria to go running off like this. She never used to be such a drama queen.
No, thank goodness. That's another gene she managed to give the slip.
She'll be over there, won't she, with that Sally Jane?
We all need a friend, Chrissy. You've got your salsa teacher.
Told you there's nothing going on with Carlos. Not stupid. I've got too good a thing going on with Ivan.
And you hadn't with me and Maria.
Oh, look, Alan, if you want to pick a fight over dirty old laundry, do it some other wash day. I'm too worried about our daughter.
Are you worried now?
What's that supposed to mean?
It means why didn't you stop and think before you dumped yourself on us today like nothing had ever happened? It isn't your home, Chrissy. You took our home apart 6 months ago, showing up like that with your bags. It has consequences.
And you're sure it was the talisman?
Absolutely. I saw her give it to the boy.
Why would she give it to the boy unless she knew we were looking for it? You told us she barely knows her own name.
I know where you can find him.
All the same, we have paid you well for your assistance, Mrs. Cribbins. But this just complicates everything. The abbess will want to see you.
The abbess?
She can't really tell you anything, Miss Smith. It's the Alzheimer's, you know. Such a tragedy after the life she led.
She's been everywhere. Was this her husband?
Archaeologists, so the nurses reckon. They went all over the world together.
What happened to him?
Died about 5 years ago. Bea started to lose it after that. That's when she washed up here.
The talisman.
Talisman, I thought you wanted to talk to her about the ghost. Bea, you've got visitors.
Do I know you? I'm sorry, these days I'm not very good with faces.
This is Miss Sarah Jane Smith. She's a reporter.
Oh, well, it's my husband you want to talk to then.
No, it's you I need to talk to, Bea. Can you tell me where you got this talisman?
Oh, that's my Edgar.
Your husband?
Yes. He used to say the Centaurans were the silliest looking race in the galaxy.
No. What did you say?
She's always going on about monsters and spacemen.
She's seen Centaurans.
What's a Centaurans?
The silliest race in the galaxy, that's what Edgar used to say. Like a huge potato. With a ray gun. Quite nasty blighters they were, all the same.
Oh, yes, Bea, they are. You're right. You're absolutely right.
You shouldn't encourage her, Miss Smith. She'll go on and on about monsters, and especially the Gorgon. I saw that years ago at the Flicks with Christopher Lee and Barbara Shelley.
Hello. Hello. I'm Sister Helena from St Agnes Abbey. And who might you be?
He's Luke, I'm Clyde.
And which one of you fine young men were at Lavender Lawns today and left with a gift from one of the old ladies?
We don't know what you're talking about.
How'd you know she gave me anything anyway? She wouldn't have told you.
Can it, Luke?
Why are you hunting through the old people's homes looking for the talisman?
Luke!
Boys, you don't understand what you've got your hands on.
Well, you're not getting your hands on it either.
Give me the talisman!
Hello, sister. Collection, is it?
Abbey roofs don't fix themselves. That's one miracle we're still working on.
Well, I always give to needy causes. You could say it's a good habit of mine. I was after Maria. She was a bit upset earlier. You haven't seen her, have you?
She's come out with Sarah Jane.
Look, do me a big favour, will you? When they get back, just tell her I was looking, please.
Of course.
Cheers.
Listen, Luke. When weirdo nuns turn up on your doorstep asking about freaky glowing alien gizmos, one thing you never do is tell them you've got one.
I didn't. But we should call Mum and tell her what's happened.
Better still, we should go round there and tell her.
Isn't phoning quicker?
Sure, we could phone, or we could go round there and get back in on the action, yeah?
So, if Bee's wearing the talisman, and it's alien, and she's seen these Sontarans, then she isn't just talking about a bunch of old horror movies like Mrs. Randall thinks, is she?
Aliens have been coming to Earth for centuries, Maria. Now, maybe Bee's adventures with her archaeologist husband involved a lot more than just old pots and bones.
This was our song. Edgar had such a lovely voice.
Did he? Oh, I'm sure he was quite a man.
It's so sad. The things she must have seen, and now everyone just thinks she's crazy.
Yeah, well, who knows where any of us will end up? But someone doesn't think you're crazy, do they, Bee? Someone knows what that talisman is, and they want it.
The talisman?
Yes, Bee, the talisman. Tell me what you know. I promise I'll believe you. Sometimes people have thought I've been mad, but I've seen things too, just like you.
Edgar unearthed it in a dig in Syria, and he gave it to me, and he had no idea what it was. He had no idea.
So what is it?
They mustn't find it. They mustn't find it.
Who, Bee? Who do you mean?
The sisters.
The nuns?
They protect her.
Protect who?
The Gorgon.
All in here. I know it is.
A Gorgon. All snakes for hair and turning people to stone just by looking at them. It's a fairy story, isn't it?
A myth, a Greek myth. There's a big difference. And incidentally, for future reference, Maria, even some fairy tales have a foundation in fact. Here it is.
There were 3 Gorgons, the hideous daughters of Phorcys, the sea god, and Ceto.
Stena, Euraeuli, and Medusa, that's right. But in some versions of the story, there was just one, Medusa. And she wasn't always ugly. She was a beautiful nymph with golden hair, but Poseidon fell in love with her, and jealous Athena turned her into a Gorgon.
Medusa was killed by Perseus as a challenge.
The Greeks were always dishing out challenges to each other. I think it must be a man thing. But this one really had to be a tough call. Warrior after warrior had tried to slay the Gorgons, but all of them had been turned to stone.
Because they had to look at them to kill them.
Perfect defense mechanism. Once you laid eyes on a Gorgon, there was no escape. You couldn't run, you couldn't attack, your body was already turned into stone, and there was nothing you could do to stop it. One glance was all it took. Terrifying.
Does Bee believe Gorgons actually existed?
I think she believes one still does.
Oh no, it's Sister Sinister again.
Don't run away, Luke. I won't hurt you. I just want to have a little chat.
What about? Don't listen to her, Luke. No way is she really a nun.
Whatever else would it be?
I don't know, but I bet you ain't got legs under them robes. Just a bunch of slimy tentacles or something.
Your friend watches too much TV. I think perhaps we could talk a little more sensibly without him. Jump in the car. We'll go to the Abbey.
I don't think so.
You're safe with me.
We're not going anywhere with you.
It's not an open invitation. Listen to your friend here, and you will be in far more danger, I guarantee. But I can help you. I want to help you.
The talisman is dangerous.
More than you can imagine.
No way!
So it's an alien.
Remember what I said? Aliens have been coming here for hundreds of years, thousands.
And one survived all this time.
Yeah, perhaps.
But how can it turn people to stone just by looking horrible?